We are back. The Breakdown Boys, Wade and Sensei. Back for the first time in like a month, I want to say.
Dude,
more than that.
It's got to be. It's got to be like something like that.
Something like that, bro. We took a little break.
Wade's been out. Bro, Wade's out here been freaking living, dude.
Bro, I've been out here, dude. I've been out here living.
Out there.
What did I do over the last couple? Out there, out here, out everywhere, bro.
The way you said that, I don't know.
I've been out there, dude. I've been out there, dude. Listen.
Living.
I have been moving, shaking, stacking, tapping, slapping. Ooh. Hey, yo, okay.
Wow.
All right, I'm just saying, bro. You know, you be living sometimes. All right, so we have missed a lot. And our comeback is people thought the breakdown was dead, thought the breakdown was broke down. It was never that. I had started a new venture. House call. You guys have probably seen it. That is going on. I'm also doing more traveling, which, you know, everybody is now seen. I'm all over the place, yada, yada.
You've been cooking, bro.
Bro, trying. First place to announce this, by the way. We're going to do it now. I will be doing media for the Canelo and Edgar Berlanga fight coming up. So that'll be fun. Get to hopefully interview your boy Canelo. You got a question you want me to ask him, by the way, while I'm there?
I got to think about it.
Think about it and let me know, because I'm going to get a Sensei question off, bro.
Okay.
So, yeah, we're doing all that. You're doing the
Mexican meat question? Mexican meat? No, I shouldn't. No,
we shouldn't probably go Mexican meat route and any Mexican meat route. You've been doing a lot with the dojo and being a sensei as usual.
Right. Also, I've been uploading a little bit here and
there. I was
gonna
say the channel, bro. The channel's going crazy. What's up?
Yeah, Brendan's been holding it down, dude. Did you for me and staying on me, bro? Like, come on.
Did you see me straight up steal your thumbnail and title the other day?
Bro, it's funny. So Brendan sent me like a text, right?
Straight up stole it.
And I was like, wait, he sent this in this order. I'm like, did we just steal Wade's thing? Or
no,
did he
I straight up stole
ours?
It was such a good thumbnail. I was like, yeah, I was.
And then I saw, and I was like, yeah, Wade just stole mine.
Such a good thumbnail. Couldn't help it. Good steal.
Shout out to Brendan, then.
Shout out to Brendan. Mr. Steal your thumbnail out here. So we missed a lot, though. We missed a lot.
Yeah.
But now we're back, and we wanted to come back and talk more of our version of sports. Are we going to do as much influencer boxing? No, we're not. We're sorry in advance. We're not.
Yeah.
Are we going to do some fighting? Yeah. We're going to do as much? Probably not. But we're going to talk our shit, and we're going to have some debates. Yep. The Jordan-LeBron debate, I know we've been saying it for a while. It's just like me on a Saturday night. It's coming, buddy. All right? What's wrong? I meant, like, if we all go out as friends, I'm on my way.
I don't know how. See, this is how I know we haven't been recording in a while. The fact that I did not see that coming is crazy.
I mean, you and every girl I've ever been with do not see it. Okay. So, yeah, that's going to be down the line. You feel me? We're doing that. We're going to be talking quarterbacks, best of all time. We have a lot planned. But today we have to talk about what we missed. And that was something that only comes around every 4 years. The Olympics, son. AKA America is greatest ever. Sorry, I said it, okay? I've been dodging bullets online. I hope you know, since you've been quiet, you know what I'm saying, you ain't been around. I have been taking all the heat, dude, for this America sentiment.
I just comment with gifs.
Yeah, you just hit the gifs on Twitter. You're like, and it's like a bald eagle with like a face of a human on it or something. I'm like, all right, well, I'll take the support. But you're one of the only people, dude. I'm out here dodging French bullets, French baguettes.
Bro.
I'm dodging fish and chips from the English, brats from the freaking Germans, dude. I'm dodging it all. Although, you know, who don't like a good brat here and there? You know? But what I'm saying is, it feels to me like America is under attack.
Yeah.
By jealousy. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say it that way. That's the way I feel.
Yeah. This is nothing new, though. Nothing new.
So
nothing new.
Let's go over the Olympics. The Americans not only won the medal count, but tied the gold medal count. A little upset with the tie. What do you think about it?
Okay, I was gonna say, like, I the one thing I did see though is like how like the U.S. always, that's like a thing, right? Where they count all the medals and they're like, wait a minute, let's count the golds. They're like, wait, no, we're counting all the medals.
No, we'll count the golds. You know? I mean, I'm a gold counter.
But
right?
we did tie the gold.
Now, again, maybe it's just me. When I look through China's gold medals, right, I see a lot of gymnastics. Fair play. Gymnastics, tough sport.
Yeah.
See a lot of ping pong. See a lot of table tennis. Now listen, tough sport. You know, you put me out there. I'm not able to go swoop underneath and make the ball spin around.
China is different, dude.
They're different with it, right? Weightlifting, okay. But
I feel like it's a little unfair though with China, with like ping pong, because like, are they making money?
Oh,
like what I'm saying is this people who play
making
sport,
money,
right?
Yeah.
Are they making money? I mean, like, is there a professional ping pong and they just like and they get paid? I don't think so.
Well, here's the thing. I think it came out that a lot of these countries are paying their Olympic athletes a lot of money.
Okay, this is what I'm saying. Like for the States, right? The Olympic athletes don't get paid a lot. It's the professional athletes who get paid a lot. So those are the sports that get driven were the focus. Whereas like I bet you they're training these ping pong athletes like they're soldiers, bro.
Oh, dude, I think it's strategic. I think that China looks at the sports that no one
just for the golds.
No one's like really taken seriously and be like, yo,
domination.
We're going to dominate. Like men's diving. Who the fuck cares? I'm sorry.
Well, I don't. It's like, exactly. Who cares outside of the Olympics, right? Because professional divers aren't making money.
And also, again, I'm not saying it's not athletic and people are going to roast me, whatever. It's not the most aesthetically athletic thing to do. Like when you look at a diver, you're like, wow, that was impressive skill, but can you jump more than a couple of inches off the ground? How fast do you run?
I've been spending some time at the Dale, dude. Cedardale.
Hey, shout out Cedardale, bro.
They have a diving board in the back.
I can dive, bro.
I figured it out. Closed hand here. I got the little splash.
You filmed it or someone told you?
No, but it wasn't filmed. But they were like,
nah, bro. See,
wow, 2028. No. That's what the lifeguard said. That's what the lifeguard said.
Yeah, the lifeguard was like, do you want a sucker? That's essentially the treatment you got.
No,
you got treated like one of the 6-year-olds. Yeah, great dive. And you're like, really?
The best part is that all the other people on the diving board are all like 6 years old.
I was going to say, you said kids immediately.
Super locked in.
Yeah,
I'm
bro.
just like, look at this, guys. Dude, they didn't allow front flips. I tried to see if I can do it. I'm like, dude, I want to front flip and then do it.
Yeah, probably because there were 6-year-olds about and you were going to like crash into them and destroy them in the water. They're like paddling about and you're like, jackknife. Listen, okay, China wins their 40, cool, bro. But listen, we still tied.
Okay. And
by the way, everybody in the comment section is going to get here and be like, oh, here comes the American ignorance. We are just proud to be Americans. There's nothing wrong with that. I heard today, by the way, that one of the reasons people think Americans are so arrogant is because we are so overtly nationalistic. And I was like,
which I hate this argument.
Oh, Jesus.
Go ahead, you go first.
I just don't understand it. Like, yes, I love my country. Does that mean I think the country's perfect? No, it doesn't. But I love being here. I love being American. And I love when people that represent the place that I grew up and the nation I'm in have success. And I like to celebrate it. Yes, I'm going to rub your face in it a little bit, but that's just part of the game. You know what I mean?
Dude, you know what it is? I think the thing I hate so much about it is that the essence of our like nationalism or our national pride is that like we represent the world. Like America in its essence is a place that was like
it's a land of immigrants. A land of
immigrants. Like everywhere. You know what I mean? So it's like you look at like when you look at like China's ping pong team.
China.
That was amazing. Their team, right?
Yeah.
Or their divers are Chinese. Now, not only when I say they're Chinese, they look Chinese.
Be careful.
What do you mean? No.
Be careful.
Why be careful? No, dude.
I don't know where you're going with this. Keep going. Sorry.
No, but when we say, okay, when people think, oh, America, they're thinking of like the person from the South, cowboy hat, whatever. Like, no.
Yeah.
Our America's basketball team.
Yep.
Okay. Then our diving team.
Wait, what
then
do you say?
Team,
whoa.
Then whatever. No one. They all look the same.
They don't. Yeah, no, I get it. Yes, we have.
That's what I'm saying.
We have a multicultural like land. We are the most multicultural place.
And I think other people are like, other countries are jealous because like it's not fair because you have all the best people on your team. It's one of those things like you get to recruit all the best people on your team. Like we're the best. It's like think about like high school sports, right? You can't recruit in your public school, and you just gotta run what you got.
Right.
But then there's the private school that recruits from everywhere, and they got whatever, they beat everyone. It's like, well, it's not fair because you get to go. That's what America is.
And we also do have a massive population compared to some of the countries, and that's, understandable. We also have a vastly athletic population. The thing I see about the American sentiment of like, oh, yeah, we don't like it, is because we boast about our medal count while also having a vast majority of population bigger. My point, though, because people like to bring up the, medals per capita. I'm like, bro, if we really want to do medals per capita, even in the United States, we could do that. We could shrink it down to where the medals come from, and we could say, look at this, 4 gold medals from one city of 30,000 people, medals per capita. You know what I mean? Like, everybody could do that argument. The point we're trying to make is, and this is one I will stand by, 10 toes down, I'm talking gripping the floor. I'm talking toes curling like I'm getting there, mind. It is that America has the best athletes in the world, and here's why. Again, play the freaking Star Spangled Banner behind this. I don't care. 1, the majority of our nation, especially the men, do not play sports that are in the Olympics. That's number 1. At least not yet. They will be in 2028, at least a version of them in 2028. Baseball's coming back. Flag football's coming back, or coming in.
Wow, really?
Yeah, bro. I don't know how they're going to do it.
Flag football and
baseball's back. Number 2.
But we might lose, dude. Like we lost the 3-on-3 basketball. Anyways, continue.
That's a whole different story. The NBA essentially isn't allowed to send players to the 3-on-3. It's crazy.
Get for that out of there. Continue.
Yeah. Number 2, we also do well in the Winter Olympics, which is a whole vastly different subset. Now, granted, we're not the best in the Winter Olympics. Usually we're like 1 or 2.
This is what I'm saying, dude. This is what I'm
saying?
We're the only country that had the best basketball team and also the best skiers.
Freaking Shaun White, flying tomato, dude.
They're not going to look the same.
They are not. The basketball team, mostly black.
And what that is right there is America.
Hells yeah, dude. Now, number 3, America, baby. Number 3 is the fact that we are also one of the most obese countries in the world. How are we once the most obese place in the world and also producing the highest athletes in the world? Yes, it's population size, but it's also the fact that there are mass amounts of freak athletes, even amongst the obese, even amongst the South.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, my logic is sound here. Now, since we are talking about the Olympics, what was obviously,
Wait, real quick, the athlete things. We discussed this before. I don't know if it ever got aired, but do you know my theory on why we have the best athletes in the world?
Go ahead.
And I'm talking about a very specific demographic here.
Hey, go ahead.
Do you remember? Because I want to say it, and then you're going to be like, whoa.
No, I have no idea what you're going to say.
Okay. It's the same reason Cuba, that wrestler from Cuba.
Hmm?
That wrestler
there's a bunch of
who won
the guy that's won like
golds,
7. Yeah.
Like in a row.
He's 41. He's
wrestling.
Nasty. Yeah, he's a freak.
Yeah, like he's 41, beating everyone. It's called genetics, and it's called slavery.
Whoa, dude! Whoa, dude. No, I'm playing. I mean, listen.
Okay. Listen, no, what you have. It's it's happened in Cuba because you got like you remember you have in Cuba there was like a pocket of what you get with slavery, right? You have really like dominant genetics.
Yeah.
A specific amount of genetics brought over to the United States and also the Caribbean islands.
Yep.
Right. But in the United States.
By the way, shout out the Caribbean islands to dominate track and field once again. Go ahead.
Part of my argument. So what you have is a subset of genetics that are put into an area, and then those genetics are just reproducing. Right? Reproducing, and it's not like the Americans at that time that didn't have those genetics, working regular jobs, not obviously playing sports. They're not the Brock Lesnar's of the world, right?
Yeah, bro, we're getting canceled. This is over. We had one episode back. I appreciate you guys.
Listen.
See you next time.
Listen. This is science. We're talking about humans and athletics.
No, I get
which is genetics.
You're 100%
freaking
right.
genetics.
Yep.
So I'm talking about genetics, right? So then you have that. Then you have, right, post-slavery. Then you have this, like Mike Tyson's a perfect example, or just any other black athlete. The way that they can get out of poverty, right, and out of the situation, one of the main ways is athletics.
Quickly, you should say. Quickly.
Yes, quickly. But becoming a professional athlete. Right? So, because this is like, there's like comedy skits about it. There's talks about like, okay.
Everybody knows that this is part of it. Absolutely.
But also one of the things that helped like racism and segregation is like the integration of sports.
For sure.
And like the old time joke where it's like, if you can create like if we didn't like him until they could play for our football team.
Oh, dude, that joke still happens today.
Right. Yeah. To this day. So what you have is genetics combined with like a dire and desperate situation to just rely on those genetics to get out of dire situations like Mike Tyson perfect situation or all of these rags and riches type stories of athletes in over hundreds of years.
Yeah.
Right. And you don't have diversity in genetics. It's just like, boom. And in Cuba, you have like Romero or this wrestler here. Perfect example. In Dagestan with wrestlers, there's another example that they just, all they're doing is reproducing these wrestlers. It's a small little area. And it's like, how is this pocket of like 2,000 people like producing some of the best, the top 80% or whatever wrestlers in the world?
Some allegations in Dagestan.
Yeah. Okay. But still,
look too close with the bloodline. You feel me?
Genetic pooling. Okay.
Okay.
That's for America.
A very bad thing.
Black Americans, is like
produce something that is really cool to see now.
Very unique subset of dominant genetics.
For sure.
And then now,
here we are.
Greatest athletes in the world.
Here we are. Now,
not canceled.
You're not canceled. You are, in fact, back from cancellation. I checked with the PR team. I wanted to know what your favorite sport was in the Olympics outside of basketball, because you and I both, I think, went into the Olympics with basketball on our mind, of course, and we'll talk about that in a second. But did you find a sport that you enjoyed more than any, that you didn't even know you would? You were like, oh shit, I'm gonna keep up with this.
Not really, but I feel like it's hard because I don't really get into it too much, like completely.
Well, I'm balls deep, dude. I'm checking the medal count every day. I'm watching it all.
I like the gymnastics. I like the mainly gymnastics is good because it's just so crazy what they do.
Dude, it's insane.
Like the rings or the pommel horse.
Pommel horse is nuts.
And what's the thing that they like?
The high bar.
The high bar, which is like I found out it's like not as good as it used to be because they have it's so safe now. It's like football.
Oh, they don't let them go crazy now, huh?
They don't they banned a bunch of moves. But that stuff is cool.
Dude, it's insane. I saw a couple people fall
crazy
in the men's one off the high bar. It was like just splat on your face. Looked like they were dead. Simone Biles, probably the GOAT. Not even probably, is the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. However many gold medals. I think she won 3 more this year. But I have to say, one of my favorite events was handball. I don't know if you saw what handball was.
I did not.
It's essentially like they're on a basketball court.
That was a recess game, dude.
Dude, they're on a basketball court, essentially, looking like, a wooden court, and they have, or maybe it wasn't wooden, maybe it was like clay, but they have the ball, and they're running with it, right? And I don't know the specific rule set, but there's a goalie and a net, and there's a defense, but the defense can't come out of this arc, and you can like pump fake, and you can only throw it from a certain point, so they were doing these jump throws and like trying to stick it like, a little layup through the net.
I think maybe I saw a clip. That's cool. That's cool.
Rockets. But then we had my second favorite, which is track and field. And this goes hand in hand.
Short sprinting, yes.
This goes hand in hand with our basketball talk, right? Because the United States were up against it this time around. This is why they recruited, in the words of LeBron James himself, the Avengers, right? This was the team. They called themselves the Avengers because this was the avenging of the FIBA World Cup basketball.
Yep.
Where the U.S. took bronze, I think, and Germany won it.
Yep.
Because we sent a C team, and people aren't going to give that the level of credit it deserves because of what happened, but it is what it is. And also around that time, we had the quote from Noah Lyles that lives in infamy. We'll play it now.
Thing that hurts.
Here we go. Noah Lyles, the American track sprinter. Again, American track sprinter, but here is what he said.
Thing that hurts me the most is that I have to watch the NBA Finals and they have world champion on their head. World champion of what? The United States? Don't get me wrong. I love the U.S. at times. But that ain't the world. That is not the world. We are the world. We have almost every country out here fighting, thriving, putting on they flag that hurts me.
So he went on to give credit to the Germany team as the world champion. I know you're about to lose it over there, but he had his moment, and the U.S. did. Now, again, he was speaking about a club championship that's not international basketball. But the U.S. said, okay, and I think everybody at this point will admit that was the moment LeBron James decided to sign up.
Oh, yeah.
Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, all decide, oh, that's how you feel? Cool. So here come the Avengers. First off, what did you think about U.S. basketball in the Olympics? How did they perform? Did you think they should have done better? Were you nervous at times? Like, what did you think about the USA basketball team at the Olympics?
Obviously, the Serbia game, I was like, uh-oh, dude. I felt bad for LeBron James.
Oh, here we go.
I felt bad. I just felt bad. Because I'm like, because honestly, the man is about to be 40 years old.
Yeah.
So to me, I'm like a part of his legacy is relying on this, journey to winning gold.
Yeah.
Right? So, and then I would be like, bro, guys, I'm the 40-year-old and I'm carrying right now? Kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So I actually felt bad for Braun in that situation. But nah, dude. It was dope to see Braun and Steph. To me, it was cool to see that. Like, we won. Fantastic. Yeah. But to see Braun and Steph play together, and obviously KD, have them all share I know Braun and KD shared their floor together before, but Braun and Steph, two legends. You're talking guys who are going to be Steph into the top 10, arguably might end up in the top 5 or whatever, like definitely top 10 of all time.
Yeah.
To see them, two guys who you argue the best at their position, right?
Mm-hmm.
Braun, definitely the best ever. And then Steph, arguably the best one to have. It's like when Magic and Jordan were able to play together.
Magic, Jordan, Bird, all on the same team, like crazy, right?
Right. So we get the next version of that, which is dope. That's the coolest
100%.
part for me.
How bad were you in your feelings that Jason Tatum was not getting minutes?
Not at all.
Thank God.
Dude, I am a Celtics fan, but
I know.
You know how I felt about nothing negative about Jason, but I ain't.
You're not like a ride or die Tatum fan like that.
Because he's again, when he played in the finals, I loved how he played.
Yeah, he was getting to the basket, yeah.
Correct. Because he wasn't being a finesse player.
Yeah.
And like the same gripe that I used to have with Paul George and certain guys, like you can be not just a finesse player and you're being a finesse player, like someone like KD, I got a problem with. Like Steph is a finesse player and he can only be a finesse player.
Yeah.
But when you're like purposely deciding to be a finesse player, when you don't have to be, and I'm just going to sidestep and, throw up a janky jumper, the whole time instead of like putting pressure on the rim.
Right.
Which he did.
Yeah.
That's why I don't care about all of his efficiency, all that stuff. I thought he should have won Finals MVP, but I wasn't mad with Jaylen Brown getting it. But
you weren't upset. You weren't upset.
No, I wasn't. I think it's actually a good thing for the Celtics.
Bro, maybe, but it made more sense for him not to play.
We pissed off Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. These dudes.
But Jaylen Brown's pissed off for the wrong reasons for team chemistry. He's pissed off that some of those guys that are on his team got spots over him. That ain't gonna fly, buddy.
Yeah, but just Steve Kerr, bro, he's gonna come back with the Avengers. I can't wait. You gave him another reason to not be soft.
What about this? The fact that this was a closer Olympics, game by game, than potentially we have seen. I don't know. The Tokyo Olympics pretty close. U.S. actually dropped a game in the Tokyo Olympics in the group play. So the Serbia game was close. Some of the qualifiers were close. France was close, which we could probably spend a whole different video on this. But quickly, I'll ask you this: your short version of, was this team comparable to the Dream Team in the players on it and the way they performed?
It's yes, it's comparable.
Yeah.
of course. One, because you have closer games, right? It's like, oh, they used to have blowouts, and then you have closer games. Number one, back in the day, the style of play, the international style of play has always been, is still kind of the same.
Yeah.
As it was before. Obviously, just more shooting, but it was more of a perimeter style of play and getting shots up. The thing is, back then, the NBA was like the big man.
Physicality, bud.
Straight bully ball, son.
Yeah, dude. Physicality.
They had Patrick Ewing, David Robinson, Karl Malone, Charles Barkley on the same damn team.
Fuck out of my way, dude.
Just straight bully ball. Now, fast forward, the bigs of today and on the game, Joel Embiid, who's the guy who's fishing for fouls and plays in the perimeter.
Stepped up.
He did, but I'm talking about the style of play.
Style of play, right.
He doesn't even play bully ball. He can, but not really. Then your next bigs are Bam Adebayo.
Too
small. And then AD, who can be physical, but is more of a finesse. He's more of a finesse style player.
Yeah, tweener.
So what happens is when you put like that team and the dream team to have them play then, and it's just bully ball, you don't stand a chance.
Yeah,
I think that what's happening now is because the brand of basketball is starting to shift, where we play more of an international brand of basketball, run a gun and shoot the ball so much. We're playing their brand of basketball. Then you got guys like AD and Bam. So it gives teams like Serbia, who have Jokic, who can now play bully ball and also can match you with style of play. It's going to make the games closer because we're not playing the game like how we used to. You know what I mean? It's just a different style of play. And also the big man is lost. Like if you take... That's why it's just tough. That's why when you say like dream team, I'm like, the main thing with the dream team is not Michael. It's not MJ and Scotty and like Larry and Mullen and the guards and John Stockton. It's the big guys.
Yeah, facts.
So it's like that matchup matters. Like over a long period, like over the length of a game. So it's very difficult against, bro, like every team the USA played back then, dream team, you're not getting to the rim and you're not stopping anyone from getting to the rim.
Facts.
So unless you're shooting lights out, GG's, bro. Now, right? Can Team USA stop you from getting to the rim? Can we get to the rim at will?
Possession by possession at this point.
Now we're trying to outshoot you. It just so happens that we have the greatest shooter ever.
Yeah, it was a very interesting Olympics. I liked what I saw out of 39-year-old Bron, man. Fucking Captain America, leading the troops in on the boat, flag bearer. All that shit was so cool to me. And you want to talk about legacy. This Olympics, and again, we got that Jordan and LeBron debate coming up. This Olympics solidified a lot more to me for LeBron than maybe other people are going to give credit for, but we'll get there one day. So anyway, the France game, the Serbia game, all classics. I think 20 million people watched the final. Crazy stuff.
Amazing.
By the way, thank God we got Wemby when he was 20 and not 24 years old. Holy cow, he's going to be a monster. Scary, dude.
I'm saying, the big man.
Bro, did you see him in that first quarter pull a three? Next possession. Get the ball at the elbow. Pump fake. See you, Embiid. Where you going? Dunk. I was like, bro, he was.
That's what I'm saying, though. Exactly. But he just got to stop being a finesse player, dude.
He's too skinny right now. We got to put some weight on the kid.
Because I saw Braun take it in, just shrug him off his shoulder like he was a little kid and then lay it up. I said, damn.
You saw Braun getting dunked on, too? My goat got dunked on.
He's 40 years old.
40 years old, bro, and he took a charge. It wasn't like he went rim to, like, he didn't say meet me at the rim.
No.
If Braun can still meet you at the rim, bro, like, let's not get it confused. So anyway, they do their job. Classic, all-time classic. By the way, the women had a close game, but they got it done. I think that's like 7 or 8 straight for them.
Yeah. Fair
play to the women on that side. But there's been this budding rivalry between NBA Twitter, essentially, who, by the way, you want to talk about the nation coming together? You and I are massive patriots. Like, we're massive nationalistic, USA. I don't think I've ever seen, at least on social media, a country unite as it did when the U.S. won not only the Serbia game, but the France game, the gold medal game, which, by the way, makes them the world champions. And again, it's a little bit of a different conversation from what Noah Lyles was referring to, but I don't want to hear the online chit-chat about, no, they're Olympic champions because FIBA's the actual... No. Europeans, listen up closely. I love you to death. I appreciate you coming to the channel. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. But
facts.
This is not the FIFA World Cup. The importance that you place on FIFA in soccer, or football as you call it, is not the same. You don't dictate the rules for what world champions are in a sport that you don't even play.
Facts.
At least not at the level that the Americans do, because they just showed you who daddy was. It's always been and always will be the fact that the Americans have dominated international basketball in the Olympic Games, because that is where it matters most. Always has been, always will be.
Yeah.
That's it. We don't play our best in the FIBA World Cup, so you actually can't say you're the world champions when we don't send our best to play. The best of the best who wins in that group is the world champs. That's us.
Facts. Bro, and honestly, even with the Team USA, like the Olympics, I think it's a less representation of who's the best in the world than the NBA.
I agree with you.
Because in the Olympics, it's not even the best in the world.
I agree with you.
It's the best in your country.
But we're
not even the best in your world. It's the best in your country playing. So
we're doing it sheerly out of just, appeasing. Again, we can get into that debate later, but it's appeasing just verbiage and semantic word games that have been developed by, again, the Europeans about, and really the rest of the world, to be fair, about what it means to be a world champion because of what they do in soccer. Like, because the Premier League and because the Champions League exist, they're like, no, you can't say world, because we don't say it. Well, I'm sorry that you can't logically think to come to the conclusion that the best team in the best league in the world, proven by tournament winning, is not the best in the world, a.k.a. the world champs. We can. And now they're U.S.-centric sports because they're played here. Okay, it's another discussion. Anyway, we had Noah Lyles also having to put his word on the line.
How crazy is that? Another American.
Another American.
We were,
turncoat
battling against American.
It's crazy. And again, it for Noah Lyles, he may have, again, won the semantics word games of what he was playing, but if we go back to the video, it wasn't a comment that needed to be said. He said it because he emotionally felt.
Yeah, he goes, this is the thing I have the hardest time dealing with.
Listen to
The thing
this.
that hurts me the most.
It hurts him the most.
the most.
Oh, buddy, please save me.
The NBA.
This hurts me the most?
The NBA has nothing to do with Noah Lyles. The fact that he is upset that they are called world champions and he is not as recognized, this is the real problem, that he is not as recognized by the U.S. audience as a sports icon as the NBA players are. And that is just a real argument here. That's the only thing that he's upset about, that they have more spotlight than he does. This has been evident because he also was on record just recently after the Olympics being like, I don't want to go to Anthony Edwards' Adidas event. I should have mine. Like he feels he should be on the same level, and that's just not the viewing audience for his sport. That doesn't mean that Noah Lyles is not a world-class athlete. He is.
And he's talking smack. I'm like, you're a track athlete, dude. This is not the place.
Right. Well, yeah, exactly. It's not the same. The sports are different.
It doesn't hit the same.
Here's the quote. You want to invite me to an event for a man who has not even been to an NBA Finals? Noah Lyles on being disrespected when Adidas invited him to Anthony Edwards' sneaker release event. How is that disrespectful? They're just Now, again, Noah Lyles, I think, is an Adidas athlete, so he feels I should have my own event, but that's not a disrespectful thing. It's like, yo, do you want to come to the event we already have planned? But I think he's just very emotional in what he takes disrespectfully that isn't meant to be that.
How funny. You aren't Anthony Edwards, who isn't even the best player in the NBA, because everyone in the NBA, even not their best player, is like that because they're recognized as some of the best athletes in
the world.
The world.
It's like I said, we could go all day with the description, but let's give Noah Lyles his credit. This man went out with a lot of pressure on him, and quite frankly, I did not think he was going to even win, and won the 100 meters in front of the world. That was crazy. Ran 9.79. What is that face? You can't give him that, bro.
Dude,
he's technically the fastest man in the world right now.
Don't get me started on a track. In the 100.
In the 100.
Then he started fastest in the 200, which is another 100 meters.
Hold on.
What about the hurdling? What about everything else?
But because
what about the 400?
I'm not gonna. You're not gonna turn into Noah Lyles around me right now. The
I'm not I'm saying he's
colloquial,
the fastest.
the colloquial for fastest man in the world has always been the man that wins the 100. Always. That's the phrase you use. Or you could say, the world champion, the fastest man alive. One of those things. Those have always been the way we've addressed it. Even if you don't have the world record.
Even if you don't have the record?
Yes. Because right now, are we going to go, because Usain Bolt's going to do it.
I see what you're saying. Because it was saying he's not running right now.
And even if you ran a faster time than Noah did in another heat, that doesn't count either. That's not the pressure of the final. The final is what determines who's the fastest guy.
Sorry, I'm just comparing it to
other events. I get that. But the 100 is the
other
event.
events, like other sports as well.
Right, but the 100 is the event. Now, granted, the 200 is Noah's race. So he was the favored to win the 200 and got smoked. And
that was COVID, right?
And that is when the excuses started coming out. And then the COVID, which I still believe, I'm on the belief train, even though it was odd to watch him post I'm COVID free a couple days later and then go party. It was very weird. But regardless.
Even if you had it, dude, it doesn't matter because your aura lost 10,000 points because you're doing the whole wearing the mask. Like when your boy LeBron wore
when you do this.
When LeBron wore the wrist brace, I broke my hand.
When you do this before the race, when you have COVID, and this is before the race, and I know you're trying to hype yourself.
He could have. Bro, listen, if he has COVID, not even this. I won't knock him for this because it would affect your sleep. It would affect you won't be rested well. Like there's a lot of things that's not going to make you tip top shape to be able to compete at an Olympic event to be run the fastest 200. Yeah. Any little thing will set you off. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you're not peak, he could be 99%, but that's not enough. Like you got to be 100.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
So that makes sense. But the theatrics, save me, dude.
What, like at the end of the race where he
I don't have any issues with Noah Lyles and him running.
Yeah. It's just the other stuff. It's just the way he talks.
Man's got negative aura.
He's got negative energy too. It feels like it's a guy.
If he didn't speak a word and just showed up and ran and walked off, he would have people would like him more.
Ton of fans. And you know what's crazy about this whole thing? Noah Lyles came into this entire Olympics with a lot of press, and I think he did himself some favors and maybe not as well. Like he got a lot more attention on himself. You can't deny that.
Correct.
More so than he would have had he not said a word coming in. Right? So he had a lot of attention.
For sure.
Had the chance to back it up and got close to doing that. But it's the after stuff and, combined with the stuff before. Had he been a little more, I don't want to call it humble. I don't know what you want to say. Had he been a little more of that, then yeah, this could potentially be, and you're seeing it with some of these athletes that are getting a lot of attention now just based on their performance alone. He could be that, American level of like, I don't want to say Michael Johnson, but somebody, we've had guys transition.
Yep.
Phelps and all these other, and granted, Phelps is a great of all time, but still, you've seen it in these Olympics. Athletes can supersede the Olympics and become stars out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
He had that opportunity. I think he's turning the other way. So
yeah, he even knocked the Team USA after they won.
What did he say?
Bro, you have to find it, dude. He was like, well, they learned this time. They saw that the world,
I did see that. He was like, they saw this time the world was catching up.
And all the comments are like, bro, what are you talking about? They saw, not like they haven't won forever.
I know, this is
like we're not the best. Like he didn't want to compliment them. He's like, I know, they're great, but
he's like, now they know, like we haven't won 5 straight Olympics. Yeah.
Gosh.
It was very odd to see, but listen.
And then he said the average Joe is closer to him. No, sorry, closer to LeBron James than him.
Yeah, that one was the crazy one.
Not even currently, just historically, just in general. It's easier for the average Joe to become LeBron James than it is to be Noah Lyles.
That one was.
And this is part of my
crazy.
When I said the 100, 200. I'm like, listen, you run a very specific thing, and it's very, very, very obviously difficult. You're one of one. You know what I mean? To be able to run that fast, obviously, the genetics are crazy. But to be LeBron James, what?
Yeah, I'm trying to find the quote, but it was absolutely insane to see that Noah Lyles.
That's the one.
This right here?
That's the LeBron one.
This one is right here? All right,
this is the average Joe one.
So this is the quote from Noah Lyles.
You're gonna love this, dude. Listen, just watch this.
You made quite a bit of a storm last year with the whole NBA thing.
World champion of what?
There's this quote by this, I don't know which NBA player, but he said,
Scally!
I'm closer to LeBron than the average Joe is to me. So my question is the gap wider between the average Joe and LeBron or the average Joe and you?
Hell of a question, by the way, by this guy. That is
Yeah,
a
and
great,
fair play.
great
Noah's like,
question.
you know, how do you answer it? Actually, pretty easy. You're talking about LeBron James, but anyways.
Well, I'm the third fastest man ever to live, so you're definitely closer to getting to LeBron than me.
Bro.
Yeah, that's rough to see. That's rough
Yes.
to see. Now what? Now again, in his mind, he's answering that because he's run the 200 faster than everybody not named Michael Johnson and Usain Bolt.
Right.
Actually, I think he does have Michael Johnson's 200 record. So he's the second fastest, I think, ever in the 200. I'm not sure where he's getting the third fastest thing. I don't know. But I don't think that he realizes how many people participate in his sport versus how many people participate in the other one. Right? That's another thing that I don't think is going through his head. Because the athletes, again, and I hate saying it like this, the athletes that America sends its best to are not track and field athletes for the most part. Most of them do it to a certain degree, and they don't. And by the way, for people that are going to go, well, they go out of track and field because they can't hack it. That's not true. Tyreek Hill could have been an Olympian easily. There is no money in the sport. Athletes want to be paid the most amount of money for their athletic ability. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron James is arguably the greatest basketball player to have ever lived. And basketball is not just running. And I know that,
right.
You know, I get it. You're the fastest of the fast and you're doing that. That's great. We're talking running. We're talking jumping. We're talking jump shooting. We're talking defending. We're talking dunking, blocking, having to react in a quick time span, read, react, fast twitch muscle, all this stuff. LeBron is the best arguably ever at it, or second best, if you want to say.
Yep.
It's not even close.
Dude, like, what do you think what's going to happen first? We're going to get another LeBron James or someone to beat Noah Lyles' world record or beat his time?
Yeah, I think that
what are we saying?
I think in the next Olympics, his 200-meter time could be under assault because the guy that beat him this year ran 19:45. Noah's best time ever is 19:31. So it's not a case of, and by the way, if we're talking about the 100, there have been many guys go lower than 9.79, which Noah just ran. So
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, what?
So again, I don't like to play the you know, let's just shit on Noah Lyles game. The point we're trying to make is that we don't like that Americans
He's asking for it.
Are going against our own country at the Olympics, at the world stage, just to put themselves in a light to be better than everybody else. Like, I don't know what Noah's game plan was there, but it didn't work out for him. And also, another thing I couldn't understand was Americans rooting for their club team in the Olympics. What is that? What is that? You saw this. People being like, yo, I want Jokic to win. To go Nuggets. Or your boy Dave Portnoy talking about, let's go France. Because LeBron plays for the U.S.
Yes, and he was
what
mad.
What kind of person are you,
Jason
dude?
Tatum.
Who cares? Jason Tatum was a bad fit for that team, dude. You play on the
because
fucking wing
when
with
it's
LeBron.
basketball, the thing that we really care about
yeah.
is the NBA, which represents the best players in the world. So the Olympics is a tier down from the NBA.
Do you think, this is a great question someone asked me the other day, do you think the Celtics beat the men's national team?
The U.S. men's national team?
And here's the other caveat to it. You got to take Tatum, you got to take Derek White,
3 of the players out.
Drew Holiday off the team, but you get to replace those 3.
How much time do they have to prepare?
Let's say the same amount of time as the Olympics, 4 weeks.
4 weeks to prep?
That's what you get, 4 to 6 weeks.
7-game series? No way.
7-game series, U.S. wins, I think.
With 4 weeks to prepare?
Just like now. Yeah. 6 weeks. Fine, 6 weeks. I think they beat them.
I don't think so.
Your Celtics don't have a big. Who's the big that's going to guard Joel Embiid and Anthony Davis off the bench? Vice versa.
Kristaps Porzingis, dude.
Stop.
He can do enough.
Stop.
He can do enough.
Stop it. No way. Okay. You're wrong. I don't think he does that. Drew on Steph is a good matchup. That's a good matchup. I like that matchup. Yeah. Steph's going to be running off a lot of screens. You might have to spell him with Derek White. But again, you got 2 guys to really kind of, I don't want to say hold on to Steph, but keep him in check. right? The other guy that you're going to have to go is Tatum against LeBron. You think he wins that matchup?
Not in every way.
Or you
But
go
in some
Tatum.
ways, yes.
What's the way he wins on the offensive side? Because I think LeBron could stick
Yes.
him better than Jay
In
Tatum
a
sticks
7-game
Bron.
series, no, it's gonna be having trouble.
No, he
7-game
doesn't. You know
series
why?
for 40?
You know
No.
why? Because then you can take off the bench, or not off the bench, but you can switch rotation and put KD on him too, if you want.
Dude, yeah.
How difficult
but
is
it's just-
that, bro?
I
Good
know
luck.
it is, but 4 weeks, 7
But you also
series,
have,
I don't know, dude.
you have Jaylen Brown. Let's say Jaylen Brown.
We struggled against South Sudan. Remember that?
I agree. No, that's fine.
And it's only because of like rotation, coaching.
But I'm saying, okay,
and
6
chemistry.
weeks. 6 weeks.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's say you get fair. Let's say you get the Olympics.
If you add more time, everything goes Team USA.
no.
What I'm
Let's
saying
say
is,
let's say you get the Olympic team at the end of the gold medal game versus the Celtics.
oh yeah, that's tough, dude.
Is that
No,
tough?
no.
So from start of the tournament, you would have to get them at the start of the tournament.
Yeah. No. Yeah, that's what
I
I'm
still
saying.
think
Like,
I still think at the start of the tournament, if we're doing it one game, I think the Celtics got a better shot for sure. I think in one game the Celtics could get them. But a 7-game series, what you're doing is allowing them to get better over the 7-game series together.
yeah, true.
You know, if you give them one
But
game, I
it's
think
just-
the Celtics could get them.
We don't even see it. But that's the thing. I'm like, we're looking at it because Team USA, they won.
Mm-hmm.
But like, if you take a team and you add like them playing in their cohesive role, the best in the world, like
Yeah.
that team is so, like, even Tatum had trouble shooting the ball because like, just like Kobe Bryant in 08, the Redeem team, like, oh, he had to learn how to catch and shoot and shoot open shots because he's not used to shooting open shots. Like, this matters because we've seen teams that put stars together.
Oh, Anthony Edwards was not great in the Olympics. He was not great.
Right. So we've seen that happen. Right. So
I just think there's too much depth on that side, man. You can't run a second lineup out there for the Celtics. Like, you could have a whole separate 5 for the
like,
Olympic
who's
team.
better, Serbia or the Nuggets?
Well, obviously, but what I'm saying is,
You know what I'm saying though? Like, who's better?
I get that, but also what I'm saying is, if
What
you do it
Serbia
over,
has though, cohesiveness, chemistry.
I was gonna say, if you do it over a 7-game, I think it's a matter of time. A 1-game, yeah, maybe. A 1-game, maybe. But I don't.
Like, what we
and
saying?
also
You think with the
Serbia,
Celtics-
and also
are the
Serbia.
Celtics. Here's the thing: the Celtics losing to France. Are they? They're going to beat France. Are they going to lose to Serbia?
It would be a close game with France, I would say. Be a close game. Yeah, but you can have a little close game there. Again, 7. If it's a 1-game, I take the Celtics in all of them.
Yeah.
1 game, I think the Celtics could do it.
There's a lot of teams that would give. Not even just. This is the thing. It's not just the Celtics. There's a lot of teams that would give a lot of teams trouble in the NBA because an NBA team, like
The big man.
with a few stars in them, obviously the big man, but the 82-game season, a full season of playing chemistry, like you're talking off season, a team like everyone's clear design
And
roles,
also-
the coach, also the coach
Yep.
for the whole roster. We're talking like it's so different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But we just don't get to see it because we don't get to see an NBA team match up against a team in the Olympics,
Bro, can you imagine?
which I think would be obvious. But we just don't get to see it. So we get the Team USA with like bad chemistry, and we struggle against South Sudan or other stuff. So it's it's tough. But
Can you imagine
NBA team, I don't know.
if LeBron James and Steph Curry got to play together on an NBA team for 1 season? Just 1 season.
They should do it.
The only place they could do it, I saw Nick Wright talk about this, would be in San Antonio. Ship everybody out, give him Steph and LeBron on the same team as Wemby. Oh, my God. Give him the chip.
Amazing.
Give him the chip. Okay, so there was that. There was that part of the Olympics, and then obviously the Olympics came to a close. Like I said, the U.S. We win the medal count. Hooray! Hurrah! Fantastic. Now back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. We have a lot of different sports that are coming up. Football season's one of them, and we're gonna get into all of that stuff as we continue with the episodes. Today was strictly about catching back up with everybody. Was there anything else, by the way, that you wanted to bring up? Anything other than the Olympics, or?
Oh, dude.
Because I want to do this
Actually,
LeBron and Jordan talk, but we're going to save it for another episode.
yeah. Because you know what's gonna happen, dude.
I don't know what's going to
Anyways,
happen. I think you're scared of what is happening currently. Right
I'm
now.
not scared.
I think you're scared of
at
what's
all.
happening currently.
Let me ask you a question. Because to me, I don't know how I feel. Were you more like excited that Team USA won, or relieved that they didn't lose?
I think because I'm a
'Cause
part of the discourse, I'm way more relieved. But also there was some juice,
Yeah.
man. I can't deny there was some juice because, like you said, watching
Who was
LeBron and
responsible for
Steph.
that, though? No, the juice was from Steph Curry, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
Chef
Watching
it up.
LeBron and Steph, and then watching
That
Steph
man went off.
in those last 3 minutes of the finals game, going back to back to back. LeBron
We want to
with
talk
the
about
behind
saving
the
his
back,
own,
bro.
not saving his own legacy, but extending his own legacy
Oh yeah, Steph did that.
more than LeBron did for him. But this did
Stop
way
it.
more for Steph than it did for LeBron. If the fact that they won it, and for LeBron, I don't even think it's the fact that they won. It's the fact that they didn't lose.
Well, that's
'Cause
the
what I'm
same
saying is
thing.
like they won, so it just kind of holds it for LeBron. Like, okay,
Stop.
because if they lost,
That's not how it works, though. If
that
they
would have
lost,
been a big hit.
you can't
brother.
say if
Big
it.
hit, brother.
You can't say if they lost, it would have been a hit for LeBron. But if they win, he just stays the same. That's not how this works. You have to.
No,
give
that
him,
stays the same. I'm talking about, but it's like the jump is not the same.
No, there was
impact's
more
not the
weight
same.
on the loss for sure. There was more weight on the
Right,
loss.
like heavily.
For sure. Because you're favored. Because you're supposed to win.
Jordan stands were like, just waiting.
Oh
just
yeah,
wait.
no, for sure. And you know who doesn't have you know who has the luxury of not anybody doing that to them? You know who it is? Steph Curry. So when Steph does disappear for a couple of games to start this entire thing, it's all right, no big deal. LeBron disappears.
No one's calling Steph Curry the GOAT.
Stop
this
it!
is
You've
what
never been
comes-
on NBA Twitter if you don't. But what I'm saying is this:
Not the
I'm not.
GOAT.
I'm just saying they are weighed differently, but I can agree that Steph does get way more out of this than I expected him to. Like way more.
Oh yeah.
And you can even argue that Steph deserved the MVP.
Yeah,
You can argue
yeah.
that. I wasn't even mad that people were like, no, Steph should have got that because fuck, man, the guy went for 37 the game before.
Bro, he did the ultimate,
And then the
thing, like,
trifecta at the end of the game, bro. Like when
the
they
greatest
needed
shooter
it.
of all time, shooting the greatest thing you could ever see live they're talking about Golden Dagger, like to get this kind of reaction
From everybody, dude.
from not just everybody, but from people like LeBron and KD on the court during the game.
You know what?
To
You
be
gotta be that
unconscious
motherfucker,
in the
bro.
way that he plays.
You got to be that motherfucker to have KD and LeBron open. I'm talking wide open. If you want to kick it to him. Now, granted, the shot clock was going down, but there was like 5 seconds still on it. To go, yeah, cool, I got this. And by the way, it was a cool moment that I don't know people are recognizing when KD did have the ball. LeBron is open on the wing, and he's got his hands up. My GOAT is ready to take that shot. But KD and Steph do have that chemistry from their time with Golden State. Even though I thought it was the worst thing to happen to the NBA, it was cool to see KD go back to his guy and let the shot fly. That was cool to see, I have to admit. So, yes, Steph picks up a lot here, but I'm going to cook you in that LeBron and Jordan debate. Coming soon. Yeah, you said you had one more thing before that. What was it?
No, that was the
thing. Okay. I'm trying to think if there's any other stories that came out of it. Our swimming team underperformed. I was very upset by that. Ray Gunn, the dancer, we saw that. Insane. The Australian break dancer that made no sense out there.
You hear what happened with them?
I've heard a lot of stuff, but I don't know what's true and what isn't.
Dude, under scrutiny, controversy.
I know. A lot of allegation coming out.
Didn't let actual breakdancers on it. Her husband is the judge.
I don't know if these are true, though, but if it is, it's crazy. But we'll have to see. A lot of allegation going out right now. A lot of allegations.
Well, it's better if that's the case because her moves were on par with that story. So
here's the question: could you have break danced?
it's a good
Ray
question.
Gunn.
Of what you're saying. I don't know. In 7th grade, yes.
Because people don't know you got moves like that. Is there a video of you dancing on YouTube?
No.
There's no dancing videos of you anywhere. Instagram.
I don't know.
Because you can move. I've seen it. I was at the wedding, bro.
Yeah, people don't know. But I get down.
Bro, it was crazy to watch. I think you could have beat Ray Gunn.
I won best dancer in middle school. If you bro, let me tell you something right now. If you just time machine,
Yeah.
like 2000. When did Chris Brown Yo come out?
Like 2006, 2005?
Nah, that was before I was in middle school. What year? Where is it?
2005, bro. Talk to me nice, dude.
Okay, 05. I was 8th grade. Yep.
You were with that.
That man right there.
By the way,
That young man right there.
Yeah.
I would anybody in a circle, like right now, because I'm older, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but that kid in 8th grade, the baggy pants,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Triple XL, white tee, fitted, listening to like just music all day, every day, watching music videos, MTV, dude. Just that's all I cared about.
Yep.
Yeah, right. It's over.
Question. If Chris Brown would have decided to enter, now granted the breakdancing's gone from the Olympics, at least for 2028, could he have won gold, do you think?
Yes.
Even right now?
Oh, I haven't seen him
A little bit older. He's a little bit older. I don't know if the hips are moving like that.
Prime, breezy?
Plus, he
Or
got
his
that
next
third
one.
leg from what you hear, so might be some issues.
I don't know what you talking about, dude.
You don't know what I'm talking about. You've heard the man has got,
I have not.
You've never heard that Chris Brown is well endowed.
I have not. No.
Yeah, right, bro. You can't tell me you're a fan of Chris Brown and not heard that my man got not just a piece, he got the whole
His
deal.
dance moves and some of the music.
See, look at you stuttering, bro. You can't even. That's how you trying to get out of this situation. The music,
No, because
I don't know what
you
that is.
talking
Bro.
about. I was like, what?
This man got a piece on him. That's what I heard. So that's more impressive to me. If you are rocking a piece and you're still able to do some of that shit, because there's got to be some like inner gravitational pull that goes on.
Wade's like, I'm trying to do the math here.
Bro, think about it. Just momentum. If you turn one way and then you come back the other, there's a part of you that's coming behind. You feel me? Like there's a part of you left in the dust that you gotta like,
man's in compression shorts every time. You gotta be.
have to be just on a daily. He don't wear underwear. It's just compression shorts, dude. I don't know. Listen, I just hear things. I don't know. Did you see? By the way, did you see there was this sprinter Quincy Hall?
Oh.
That was running, they have the sprinting outfit.
Yeah.
Full on just loose ass boxers underneath.
No
No
way.
compression shorts, swear.
Oh gosh.
I don't even know how you do that. I couldn't even wear loose boxers with ever. I've never been a loose boxers guy.
Yeah, no.
Briefs only, dude. Or whitey tighties, dude. Nah, I was never a whitey tighties guy. Unless it's Calvin Klein. Look, here he is, bro. There's my man's putting on his track gear. Just no care about it, dude. We getting bunched up. Whatever, bro. Who cares? He said, what?
That's crazy.
Isn't it? Hey, but
that's like.
Did
the
you see his race though?
That's like the Haver Hitman. We get ready for a football game. So that's some semi-pro stuff right there. Semi-pro behavior.
That's you got some guys on semi that be doing that. I mean, listen.
Yeah, just whatever,
I don't even know if we can show this. So, editor, do not show potentially. But did you see the end of this? Got him. 43-40, son.
Dude, briefs, boxer briefs.
That's the key. No, just straight boxers. Let it hang loose. That's the key, bro.
Yeah, just straight boxers.
Let it hang loose. I wonder if I let it hang loose never mind. So there is the show today. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. This is going to be an hour long. I don't think we're going to cut this into segments. We're just going to let it rock. Hour-long show today to come back. We will be back 4 to 5 days a week. What we need you guys to do is we need you to like this, subscribe to the channel. Again, we are not going to be doing a lot of influencer boxing. We talk about it when KSI pops up, sure. Of course. We talk about it when like this weekend, Jake Paul, Mike Tyson, press conference at Fanatics Fest, sure.
Yeah.
But we're also going to be talking American sports. We're going to talk the Olympics. We're just going to do what we like. We're going to debate at least once a week, debate episodes for you guys. Where Sensei gets cooked on the reg. And then we'll have... And also, we're going to do some gaming. And I know that we've said that before, but we're going to try to fit a gaming stream in once a week for you guys to get some Wade versus Senseis
Definitely
going on there. By the way, do you want to tell the people before we get out of here how I spanked that ass for you in NCAA?
Don't get me started, dude.
52-19. That's all I'm saying. Anyway.
It was your I'm not getting into it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Hold that L. Next week, or not next week, next time we see you guys, we'll be talking about something else. Thank you so much for watching. This is the breakdown where we don't have answers for a lot of questions, but we try our best. What happens in the future, we don't know, but I guess we'll find out.